When you're a child, you see a pediatrician for your healthcare needs, so it makes sense that there are doctors specializing in senior care too. At Genesis Medical Group, they don't just want you to have a long life, they also want you to enjoy a quality life. Dr. Ella with Genesis Medical Group shares how their team is helping seniors stay healthy, active, and thriving, and at the same time address the health needs of the entire family. Dr. Ella, the nature of getting older is that it's not if but when something's going to happen to us. It's just the way the body is.
Yes, as we get older, we get arthritis, we get cancer, and we have heart problems.
Yeah.
The reason Social Security was originally 65 years old, because nobody expected anybody to survive to 65.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years later and that was it, right? And now, of course, we know people live a lot longer today, and that's because of modern medicine. But the thing is, we have to play our role as a patient by making sure that we come in. It can all start with just making sure we get our physicals done.
Yes, absolutely. Especially we want to make sure we practice preventive medicine. Do not wait for disaster to strike. Make sure that we check the heart. Make sure we check for different cancers, so colonoscopy, mammogram, phenomenally important as we get older.
Yeah, you have everything. At Genesis Medical Group, you have every specialist there is there, and they deal with the entire family, from pediatrics to geriatrics, but for these purposes, talking about when we get older, one of the things that happens is osteoporosis, especially in women.
Yes, it's very common, and what happens if it's not looked at? People end up with broken hip, and it's a disaster then. So in order to prevent it, we check the bone density with for osteoporosis. We give calcium treatment. We do everything to prevent and protect the patient.
Yeah, because oftentimes that fall means your mobility is impacted, and it's kind of like, you know, a downfall from there, a domino effect from there. All right, there's something called gout that a lot of people may get when they get a little older.
Yeah, usually we see it in males. Gout is you have severe pain, and usually in your large toe, but it affects everything else. It puts the body in hyperinflammatory condition, but it could be treated. And at Genesis, we can treat it. We have phenomenal doctors who specialize in the gout treatment and arthritis. We have the whole division. And it's very important to get checked. It's very important to actually take the treatment.
Yeah, yeah. And what's nice about Genesis Medical Group is with all the specialists under one roof, let's say one patient's dealing with diabetes, but then they're also dealing with gout, or they're also dealing with heart disease, you all talk to each other so they can have a comprehensive health plan.
Yes, communication is the key. As we spoke before regarding, for example, breast cancer, we have radiation oncologists, we have surgeons, we have oncologists talking to each other to make sure everything is good. But we also have cardiologists to make sure that as we do any kind of treatment, the heart is okay, can tolerate it. So everything is in combination. Doctors have to talk, and that's what Genesis is.
Yeah.
It's one house where all the doctors communicate with each other, one EMR, ability to treat the patient, not just piecemeal approach, but comprehensive approach.
We have a team on our side. All right, there's something else called polymyalgia rheumatica?
Yes, it's basically, again, it's one of those arthritic conditions, and be it gout, be it arthritis, we are designed to protect you. We are designed to make sure it doesn't go further, and we are designed to make sure that as the arthritis strikes, and it does strike, as we get older, there is more and more chance of arthritis because we have our immune system become more aggressive towards our joints.
Yeah, and you all really make an effort. You're not wanting to treat just the symptoms. I know a lot of us as patients just say, just get me out of discomfort. You want to get to the root cause so we can get rid of problems when we can.
Yes, absolutely, because if we want to find out one, sometimes indigestion, yes, it could be just indigestion, and we want to make sure you see a gastroenterologist, but it could be some heart problems as well, especially in females.
Yeah.
So we want to find out what the root cause. Let's say iron deficiency. Iron deficiency could be just iron deficiency. However, there's always a cause for iron deficiency. And 25% of people above 65 have a polyp that could be bleeding, so you do need colonoscopy. So it's not just the finding out and covering the problems. It's going to the root cause. Why do you have this problem?
Yeah, yeah. And not just the disease, but things all around our healthcare. For example, fall prevention, which we know is something that's so critical, especially when people get older. As you mentioned earlier, you don't want to fall and break a bone. Medication safety. Are you taking the right things, or are there things that are, you know, contradicting each other? Addressing depression, which we know can be big around the senior community. And of course, just social isolation. You address all all of those things. And one of the things that I love the most is that Genesis Medical Group, all the records are under one roof. We don't have to chase everything down.
Yes, everything is here. And going back to depression, as people get older, sometimes you get lonely. Sometimes other things can happen. Sometimes you have thyroid issues. Sometimes other issues that make us weak or make us.
The key is finding out what is causing our ailment.
Absolutely. And for depression, we have psychiatry division now with Genesis. For cardiology, we have cardiology division. For pediatrics, we have pediatrics.
Yeah. The nice thing about this is that grandma can go take her appointment and get it done, and then take the grandchild with her, or take the whole family. Make it a family day. Everybody can go in and get treated under one roof. And sometimes that's extra important because you could also connect some genetic things that might be happening with people.
Yes, absolutely. For example, if people have cancer, we go deep to find out what's the genetic cause of this. Because almost every tumor we check for genetic diseases. And based on those genetic markers, we prescribe therapy. Same thing for almost everything else. That's why we do stress tests in people who are above 50 to make sure there is nothing happening. That's why we do colonoscopies, mammogram at 40s. We want to make sure that we do preventive medicine. We want to make sure that disaster doesn't strike you. We're here. And come to us earlier. Don't come to us when you have disaster. Now, if it's disaster, we're the best thing there is. But we want to make sure that you come early.
Where it's easier to treat. Dr. Ella, thank you very much. Genesis Medical Group is seeing patients of all ages, kids, parents, grandparents, and great-grands if you got them. Remember, they can handle seniors with extra care as well. To book your appointment, the number is 281-440-5300. Again, 281-440-5300. For more information, visit their website, genesisdoctors.com.